President Becker presented the 4th annual State of the University address last week. Hear what he said in Georgia State's centennial year and what changes are expected to come in the future.
Diversity is a major selling point for the university. We'll explore the subject in greater depth tonight.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Hear from Georgia State's Information Services and Technology Department on how to stay safe online. Good evening, I'm Jayla Bell.
And I'm Yasmina Alston. Georgia State Panthers played Alabama Crimson Tide on Saturday. This is GSU's second time playing and losing to Alabama. What you might not know is the Panthers received $700,000 for this matchup. In 2015, the Panthers are scheduled to play at Oregon, and for this game are expected to receive $900,000.
President Becker's 4th annual State of the University address took place last week. Our own Victor Williams was there.
Property expansion, a higher graduation rate, and a new century begins in the GSU timeline. These were just a few points touched by President Mark Becker at the State of the University address. The State of the University address was held in the House Salon of the Student Center on Wednesday, October the 2nd. President Mark Becker addressed the fact that the student body, along with the graduation rate, is increasing rapidly.
The good news I have to report is that over the past year, we have made considerable progress toward our goal to become a national model, demonstrating that students from all backgrounds can be successful and at high rates.
New plans for the future included a new proposed green courtyard, 100 Auburn Avenue will be changed into Centennial Hall, and there will be a new biomedical initiative in the Petite Science Center, which plans to open January 2014.
A new initiative I am particularly pleased to announce today is the forthcoming launch of the Georgia State Institute for Biomedical Sciences.
Just like this, GSU has a bright future. Reporting for GSTV News, I'm Victor Williams.
Plans to create a greenway along Hurt Plaza were also mentioned by Becker in the address. The proposed greenway would require the demolition of Kell Hall and 2 other unnamed buildings. GSTV News will bring you updates on the greenway as more information becomes available. Georgia State University is celebrating its centennial homecoming celebration. On Wednesday, October 9th, the Spotlight Programs Board will be hosting a 1970s themed block party. The event is expected to have free food, roller skating, and customer street signs. On October 10th, the Royal Ball will be held at the fabulous Fox Theater. This is a formal event, and tickets are on sale at the university box office. On Saturday, you can watch the GSU Panthers face off against Troy, followed by an after party in the Student Center.
The university is lauded for its diverse student body. So how does a school of 30,000 plus students embrace differences while working together in higher education? Galila Gabed has more.
Diversity is a big factor for most students when it comes to choosing a university they would like to attend. Many different universities strive to achieve a mixed environment to attract students. Because of the range of different ethnicities at Georgia State University, students tend to choose this school.
One of the things that really, as I said, that was outstanding and appealed to me most about the local schools here in Atlanta, Georgia State stood out most, or more so than the others, because of the diversity and the opportunities here to be a part of the growth. But as the university has grown physically as an urban institution located in the heart of downtown Atlanta, I think it's been part of that appeal that attracted so many different racial, ethnic groups that constitute the tremendous diversity that we see here at this institution now.
Aside from the school's location, the amount of diversity at Georgia State University sets it apart from any other college. With GSTV News, I'm Galila Kamidi.
The grand opening of a new physical therapy and wellness clinic took place this week. The new clinic, located in Kell Hall Suite 105, will diagnose, plan, and treat patients suffering from a wide array of ailments.
Thousands access Georgia State's online network each day, but do they know how secure their information is? And how can everyone improve their own online security? Reporter Tim Richards has those answers and more.
One of the many ways of stealing someone's identity is through the internet, so I talked to Sally Wright to give students a better idea of how to protect their cybersecurity.
Well, students need to patch their machines, and they also need to run antivirus software. The antivirus software is offered for free by Georgia State, and you can get it through the Georgia State Technology website. And you would want to put that on so that it will prevent you from getting viruses. You also want to patch your machine, and if you privately own the machine, you can run a program called Secunia, S-E-C-U-N-I-A. You download it for free, and it will go out and look for security patches, and it'll patch your machine. As soon as your machine's patched, that prevents somebody from using vulnerabilities to break into your machine and steal your information.
One of the biggest problems with identity theft through the internet is phishing and spear phishing.
Phishing is when someone attempts to get you to give your personal information out to them by sending you a email that is not really from who you think it's from. And they'll ask you things like, give me your password, or give me your birth date, your name, and your social security number. They're asking for information that they can use so they can steal your identity. The difference between that and spear phishing is that spear phishing is targeted. They will go to the length of saying, making the email they send to you look like Citibank's email or look like GSU email, so that you'll feel comfortable in answering those questions, but that would enable somebody to steal your identity.
If a student gets their identity stolen through the internet, what exactly should they do?
They can call the help desk and schedule an appointment, take their computer over, and the help desk technicians will help them clean the machine and get rid of the virus. And it's a free service. It's a brand new service we're just now offering. So we're excited.
So if you're having problems, make sure you patch your computer so no one can steal your identity. My name is Tim Richard from GSTV News.
Coming up on Panther Report, outer space may be closer than you think. Georgia State's Astronomy Observation Center is having an open house, and we'll hear a special report on how students can stay safe on campus.
Oh, God.
On Friday, October 3rd, the College of Education welcomed Julie Baruzzi-Serow, Director of the American Institute Assessment of Adult Competencies. Her presentation focused on the research challenges in acquiring language and literacy. Serow talked about developing the key cognitive and workplace skills of adults.
Hard Labor Creek Observatory, located in Rutledge, Georgia, is an ideal workplace for Georgia State's professional astronomers and students. Hard Labor Creek has been offering tours and observation sessions to the public one Saturday per month since March. The facility's research focuses on black holes, dark matter, and other galaxies. The Rutledge location is having its last open house of the year on October 12th.
Author and translator Lydia Davis is eagerly welcomed by the Georgia State Center for Collaborative Arts as a guest reader this October 17th. Davis, a MacArthur Fellow, is the recipient of the 2013 Man Booker International Award. Please visit GSTV online for a link to RSVP for this event.
Safety is the #1 concern for Georgia State and its students. In this special report from Hebach Dixia, we'll see what tips students and members of the GSU community can use to remain safe.
Georgia State University students are all too familiar with the threat of campus robberies, and with the fall 2013 semester in full swing, students must remain cautious of the dangers surrounding being on a downtown city campus.
I see cops pretty much everywhere, and there's usually a lot of students on campus too, so it's not like you're isolated with a bunch of people you don't know, and everyone's pretty friendly.
The GSU Police Department Crime Prevention Unit offers safety escorts Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I just like to stay completely aware of my surroundings as much as I can, pay attention to the things around me, don't do obvious things like, leave a computer out on a desk next to me and walk away from it or something like that.
Some ways to prevent crime safely are to walk in confidence with your head up, walk in groups, or avoid undesirable areas. You can also attend a GSU theft prevention class held by the police department. To learn more about this class and other tips, visit safety.gsu.edu. This is Habak Dixier reporting for GSTV.
Sports with Neha Ali is coming up next on Panther Report.
Presenting your Georgia Power Energy Efficiency Team.
Helping you save money and energy around your dorm and apartment, one easy tip at a time.
Lessons in lighting.
Use smaller lamps over work areas so work can be done without lighting a whole room.
Women's golf tied for third out of 11 teams at the Mississippi State Old Waverly Bulldogs Invitational last Tuesday. Senior Laura Sanchez played a near-perfect round for the Panthers. Men's golf placed 9th out of 14 teams at the Mercer Brickyard Collegiate. While this was the lowest round in a year, head coach Joe Inman says the team still has a little bit of work to do. In a double overtime victory against UNC Greensboro, men's soccer extended their winning streak to 4 matches. Marie Abraham and Stephen McGill would score 1 each and find each other for a third to win 3-2 against the Spartans. Panther football's Will Lutz kicked a 53-yard field goal, beating the previous school record of 49 yards, kicked by Eden Vance in 2010. GSU is now 0-5 after a 45-3 loss against Alabama, who outran and outplayed the Panthers at every position. Quarterback Ronnie Bell completed 11 of 20 passes for 146 yards, almost a third of Alabama's 477 total yards. Albert Wilson had a total of 60 yards. His 34-yard reception would position the Panthers for Lutz's field goal. The Panthers' alarming stats is a wake-up call for head coach Trent Miles and the rest of the football staff. They only gained 15 rushing yards compared to Alabama's 181. Coach Trent Miles said, "My hat's off to Alabama. They are the #1 team in the nation for a reason." GSU faces Troy for homecoming this Saturday. Kickoff is at 3:30 p.m. under the Dome. The game will broadcast on the Sunbelt Network and 1340 AM radio. As Georgia State's leading receiver, Albert Wilson is finishing his senior year with 11 career receptions of 50 yards or more, a career total of 3,952 all-purpose yards, and is the Panthers' all-time leading scorer with 17 touchdowns. We sat down with Wilson to see why he chose Georgia State and what his proudest moments are as a Panther.
I went to high school with a player that came here at first, Justin Hughes. We decided to come here together. It was a build-up program. We thought we had a chance to do something special with a program that never played a football game before. I feel like my name will always be brought up to this program because I would want to say I was one of the hardest workers to build this program, and I have done a lot of great things. The greatest thing I can say that I have done at Georgia State was the kickoff return versus Alabama. Already from what I've seen, we're building, and our recruiting is getting a lot better. Our recruiting class this year is one of the best recruiting classes I've seen since I've been here. So in the future, I think this is really going to be a very special program. We have a great wide receiver by the name of Robert Davis. He's a freshman right now, and he's doing great things. I feel like if he stays on the same path and he has a little bit of leadership in front of him, that my records might not last that long. Most people probably think it's hard to with this demanding schedule, but you really have no time to slack, so it's kind of good for me because if I didn't have to be somewhere at a time, I'd probably just be in my room, sleep. So them telling me I got to be here, this is time to do homework, it really works out fine for me. The most important thing as a student athlete is the classroom. If you don't get your classwork done, your sports career is over with. After I graduate from Georgia State, I hope I continue to play football, but if not, my major is sociology, and I'm really looking forward to do something with kids.
This has been your GSTV Sports Update. I'm Neha Ali.
Thank you for watching this edition of Panther Report. Please visit us online for stories not featured in tonight's broadcast.
Follow us on Twitter at Panther_Report and like Panther Report on Facebook. I'm Jayla Bell.
And I'm Yasmina Alston. Have a good evening.